Okay. Versatile Vigilante, man. Young Vince, you already know what it is. Super special guest in here today, bro. If you fucking know anything about Toronto rap, Toronto music, Toronto videos, you gotta know who the fuck these guys are, bro. I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourself.
Peace, bro. Peace, everyone listening. It's M-Works. I'm here with my guy, Vince. It's a pleasure to be on the show. Pleasure to come and have a conversation just about the whole scene and just really exchange words. So, likewise, I'm appreciative of being on the show.
Good looks, my guy. And you brought some company.
Yeah. Yeah, CK. Pleasure to be here, man.
Appreciate you guys, bro.
Frequent collaborate,
Frequent collaborators, bro. As soon as we met each other, we're all from Mississauga, too. That's a fucking good omen.
Facts.
Off to a good start. But, yeah, bro, anyone who's watching this, M-Works, bro, you've seen his name 1,000%. People that you've listened to a million times, this guy's worked with, this guy's done all this type of shit. And, yo, when I hit this guy up and he said he was down, crazy, because he's really like a Toronto legend. So not to gas you up too much, bro, but let's get it, man. So how's shit been, bro? I know you've been promoting some new shit. We're gonna get into the old shit for sure, but you're promoting a short film. I noticed that like last week. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Definitely, yeah. So I started working on my short film, which is called Mind of the Mask. We started that project in 2019. 2020 is really when I wanted to execute it, but that year was crazy, so I wasn't able to do that. So this year, 2021, is when I was really able to buckle down, get my team together, get the whole cast and crew together, and really just make it happen. The film, right now, if you're listening to it, depending on when you're listening to it, I have the trailer out right now. It's a science fiction, metaphysical thriller, almost like a combination of The Sixth Sense and I don't even know what to compare it to. It's really it's really a category of its own. There's definitely some animation sequences involved. I don't want to give away too much, but it's a good look for the city. It's got a lot of Toronto names in it, a lot of Toronto actors. Did a lot of scenes in the city in the GTA. A couple surprise locations as well, but I don't want to give that away too yet.
Stash that.
I don't want to give that away yet.
Sourced.
There we go.
Yeah, but it's a good project, and it was a great success. I'm happy with how the results came out. Everything went smoothly, no bumps in the road at all. And yeah, I'm looking forward to you guys all watching it.
That's lovely, bro. You guys worked on that together, I'm assuming.
Yeah, my partner here, CK, he's helped me with a lot of my projects that I've done over the years since I've started M-Works in 2013. On the film, he's gave me a lot of ideas too. But I really have a lot of people to credit with for help on the film. And but CK, my guy, he definitely helped me a lot with the project.
You guys already know this is the man with the vision.
In terms of ideas and conceptualization, CK definitely helped a lot with that.
That's unreal, bro. I'm gonna keep my eye out for that for sure. Even when I noticed you posted about it, I saw you gave credit to mad people too. That's right off the top, like.
Yeah, he's always giving credit.
You know?
Facts.
100%. So important. So we'll kind of get back to. We'll start from the beginning. You mentioned you kind of started M-Works 2013. What kind of got you into that, bro? Tell me a little bit about your upbringing, Mississauga style.
Definitely. People ask me that question, like, how did you start off? And sometimes it's like, it's almost hard for me to really pinpoint exactly where, because I could go back to 2013 when I just picked up a camera. But what happened before that, I was working with a production company called Face Films, who are legends in the city, respectively, when it comes to this Toronto music game. You can check those guys out on Face Films. Those are still my homies. We still have a team together till this day, which I'm happy for. So I was doing videos with him, and how I got into that, I pretty much hit him up. I'm like, yo, your work's dope. Let me. I want to do some work with you guys. And he just pretty much extended the invitation. I went down to his office. We had a meeting, and like my mind was blown. I was like, yo, I can't believe I'm in Face Films' office. I can't believe I'm with the man himself. You know what I mean? So sometimes when people come up to me and like, yo, I can't believe you're M-Works, like I could kind of relate to those emotions, because I know how it feels to meet directors that I've looked up to personally. So you could say that that's where I've started in Face Films, which was 2012, the year before I started MWorks in 2013. But at the same time, we could go even back. The first time I really picked up a camera was shooting my own music video, actually.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really a camera that I picked up. It was actually my laptop.
This man filmed it on a laptop.
Oh, that's
On a
gangster
MacBook
shit,
laptop.
bro.
Crazy, yeah.
Straight out the cut, yeah.
That's fire.
Literally
just by
just-
yourself.
I had my people with me, but the filming, yeah, that was all just like positioned
That's
by me.
hard as fuck.
I just opened up my laptop, the camera on the front of the
Hell
screen.
yeah.
Yeah, that was my camera at the time. So that was kind of like how I got into editing.
Love that.
Yeah, that was a while back.
Yeah, this guy linked me on my landline when that was still a thing when man's had landlines. So he said,
Hell
yo,
yeah.
make a music video. And he popped up with the laptop. I said, yo, you don't have a camera? He's like, no, I'm filming it on this.
Whatever
Put it
gets
together.
the job done,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, but
Fire.
to really see the origin point of the MWorks productions, that would definitely be 2013 when I linked up with my boy Hypa. He was probably one of the first mans to really give me the opportunity to accelerate into this rap scene, because if it wasn't for that collection of videos that we were doing in that time period, 2013, 14, a whole bunch of years,
Right.
I wouldn't be where I am now. And that's facts. If it wasn't
yeah.
for the collaborations that I did with those artists, I would not be here. Because those videos led to the videos with these guys, which led to the videos with these guys. So these guys, everything was all literally like everything was a connection, you know what I mean?
Yeah, everything's just tied in.
Yeah, so sometimes when I look back and think about where it all started, if that one piece was excluded from the whole puzzle of how I came up, like I wouldn't be the MWorks that I am today, you know what I mean? I may still be
facts.
doing video production, but a lot of these classic videos that we still go back and watch now, I can't say that I would be the guy behind those projects, you know what I mean?
No, that's facts, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of like the phrase "you can't skip steps." And that's a great example. Like to get where you are now, you had to go through that before shooting it on the laptop. You know, really
Facts.
seeing what's outside. That's unreal. Shout out Hypa too. I was watching the Hypa and
shout out
S-Loke
Hypa.
interview you did with them yesterday. Actually, fire, bro. That's amazing. So, what led to you even wanting to pick up the laptop? You just like inspired by something? What was that?
Well, I had a good friend that passed away.
R.I.P.
This is
Chubbs.
like 2000. This is like 2000. What was it? When did Chubbs pass?
2009, man.
2009.
2009, bro.
So really, at
Summer.
the time, I was making music on my own. You know, just fooling
Yeah.
around with the
Hold-
mic.
Yeah.
Hold on, we cut you off one more time, man. Most people don't know this guy. This guy's talented. Yeah, I swear on here. He's
Of
talented
course,
as fuck.
bro. We're
Yeah.
underground.
Yeah, he's talented as fuck. Started off as a rapper, so it's crazy how he transitioned to now
crazy,
being the
bro.
guy that captures them on the other side of the camera now, right?
That's crazy as fuck.
Facts.
I didn't
So
even
most
know
people
that.
don't know that. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I definitely didn't know that.
I definitely had my 1-2 tracks. You know, I never really took it seriously to the point where I was like, okay, this is what I want to do.
Right.
But it was always something that, growing up, everyone in the neighborhood, we always used to just rap and freestyle. So you know what I mean. If you're nice, you're gonna spit. So yeah, that's how I got into it. But what made me want to pick up a camera was just originally, before I had my own camera, I would borrow my friend's camera because he had one.
Okay.
And I would watch him work, you know what I mean? So I'd just go up to his shoots and just like see how he works with the stuff. I wouldn't even ask to touch the camera. I just wanted to learn with my eyes, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what got me into wanting to film and edit. And then when it came down to the point where I actually have my own camera, then it was like, okay, now I could really make something happen. But I didn't know what lane I wanted to go down. I've always been an avid fan of animation, so I wanted to incorporate that into my work as well, which I did. But I still didn't know how to balance between focusing on video production and focusing on animation. So I just took it one by one. But really, one of my to answer your question, it would have been one of my other homies that really pushed me and propelled me to getting my own camera.
There we go.
So who was this at the time?
This is Cardell.
Oh,
yeah,
Card-
shout out
Shout out
Cardell.
Cardell.
Shout out
Shout out the industry. That's
Oh
my guy.
man, the industry, yeah.
I like how even in the beginning of this show, you've already said like there's been other people that inspire you, other people that helped you out. That goes to show like we can't do it all ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like
Real shit, Cardell was one of the first men that seen with the camera back in the day.
Fire.
Yeah.
Facts, yeah. And I mean, like, it's almost like a vice versa situation too, because up until this day, there's still a lot of directors that are doing their thing in the city, like big Toronto directors
Yeah.
that will hit me up and be like, "Yo, you're what the guy that got me into this or influenced me to to pick up a camera and do this thing myself. So that's very humbling as well, because they're all talented directors that we know very, very well, and I'm fortunate to call some of them friends as well too.
That's
what I mean? They're not just people that are in the same lane as me. They're also people that I could consider friends.
That's so important, bro. Building that community, that's huge, bro. Unstoppable when you get that team.
I would definitely say enough times when we pull up to the video shoots, it wasn't just like business as usual. There's always been like, he's always managed to have a friendship with these guys.
For
What I
sure.
mean? So we've always gone back even after the fact of shooting a video, or I've been blessed to come on the video shoots. And we've gone there and just chilled out, nothing to do with no business, no music videos. Just go there, kick it.
Just
See
showing
what's
that
up.
love.
Yeah, showing that
everything.
love. Yeah, dude.
That's real. And that's just from even skimming through your YouTube. Like, you can see that you got mad different songs with a bunch of different artists from years before. So that kind of shows, they trust you. They got that faith, understanding that importance of that relationship. That's real as fuck.
Yeah, and it's interesting because even like some people may use my YouTube page as like a means to browse my work. As many videos as I have on my page, I got like 300 or something. There's still a large fraction of my videos that aren't on my page. You know what I mean? So to really get a scope of all my work, you have to like dig the internet and go to a whole bunch of different pages. So that's one thing that's interesting. I wish there was a way for me to really just catalog everything into one. I mean, there's playlists that you could do, but I'm definitely going to brainstorm a way to really categorize all my work.
That would be
that's
dope.
Scattered all over the internet. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, that would be dope. Do you ever go back and watch some of your old shit just to kind
All
of
the
compare?
time.
Yeah.
So watch my stuff and just admire myself, admire my work.
Even that
See
video
how
he was
far I've
talking
come.
about, that video he was talking about, like the whole precursor thing, the whole M-Works coming up.
Yes.
That video was on private. That I was asking about it too.
I
If
love
you
that.
put it back on public, but
Oh yeah.
That would be sick, bro. That's like what we were talking about even before the podcast, like a time capsule.
Facts.
Seeing your growth, seeing what you've achieved. Fucking dope to see.
Oh, for real.
So it's definitely even speaking on the idea of looking back, it's nicest to look back at how I started and came up and to what I'm doing now, entering the film lane and entering more 3D animations and that nature. So I'm definitely giving myself a pat on the back whenever I look back at my stuff, at my
As
old
you
work.
should,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
Cheers to that.
For sure, yeah.
Shit up, man. Salute.
I'm grateful to be with. I'm grateful to be with the same team that I started off. There's no one in my team that I started off like almost 10 years ago that is not here with me now.
That's amazing.
You know what I mean?
That's amazing. With UCK, like what's your kind of role within the production?
Man, I've come with just a lot of ideas that he just thought there was a vision to it, and he came and he said, "Let's put this out there." You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm very fortunate to have a boy, Bregin, that was in this, in this field.
Right.
Definitely something that we always talked about. Like, I think he mentioned Chubbs earlier. Like, Chubbs is always into this kind of stuff with, like, Toronto rap scene. He's actually the one that actually put me on. I wasn't really looking at the rap scene at all in Toronto. He was the one that kind of said, "Hey, look, check this out. This is sick. This is coming out there." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man?" I didn't really see the potential in it, but he opened up my eye to see what was over there. So.
And here we are today.
Yeah, here we are today.
Love
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Even for me, how I really got introduced to the Toronto rap scene, one of the main reasons was because in my neighborhood, a lot of my friends were from Toronto and from Scarborough, so they're all from these areas, and they're telling me about all this music and all these artists coming up. I'm from Saugus, so I don't know about anything that's going on. So really, before the internet age and the social media age, my friends that were from like Jane and Finch, Rexdale, Bay Mills, Vern, like all these guys are all telling me about what's going on in their areas. So
Yeah, like the MSN age, right?
Exactly. Yeah, MSN age. So I really
updating the status.
Yeah. So I had a good idea. I was familiar at the time with the Toronto scene. So when I really got into it myself, I had a good idea of the type of visuals that these guys want and how to move with these guys and really just how to become a better director, because I was studying directors and videos that were shot before I got into it.
Nice. Mm-hmm. That was actually a question I had for you. Was there any specific directors that you were fucking with before?
Yeah, there's a bunch of directors I was fucking with before and still fucking with now. One of my favorite directors that is very influential to me, Zach Fax. There's a lot of peers like directors that came up after me that I also look up to as well. A whole list. I made a little post of some of my favorite directors a while back on Instagram earlier on in the year. As well as directors from the city, there's also directors internationally that I look up to as well. But from Toronto, my favorite ones would be Zach Fax, Kid Studio. That's one of my favorite video production studios. There's a whole bunch. I can't just name one or two or three because I'll feel compelled to name all of them, and I don't want to leave anyone out. But like the directors that I do rock with, like I'll tell them their work is dope, and I'll tell them to keep it up. And I'm always grateful when directors tell me that they used to watch my work and they looked up to my work and this and that. But there's a lot of dope guys coming out in the city right now, and it's been a pleasure to watch everyone thrive and see everyone start from whatever videos they were doing to working to what they are doing now.
Absolutely, bro. I think Toronto is flooded with talent, bro. Toronto's a crazy city. Like a lot of fucking nonsense happens, but talent-wise, like it's craziest city for that.
It's definitely transition, man. Like, let me articulate what I was saying earlier. Like, he definitely showed me the new wave of Toronto. But then I remember growing up, we had guys like Benny Blacks, who we had Chucky Atkins, all those guys out from I remember, you guys remember JamFish.com?
Absolutely, bro. They were on like the CBC documentary or whatever.
Exactly.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, I think that's where, a lot of that shit stems from, too. What I really, got intrigued with it. Seeing the documentary, definitely the real Toronto, the original, the real documentary was a big influence.
Real Toronto. And, watching your shit, I like that. I feel like you're trying to, like, show the culture of Toronto. Like, even I was watching the Retour. Bro, Retour is classic, in my opinion, by the way. Like, shout out to you for that. That was huge. But even watching that yesterday, like, the little thing you did with the map, like, bro, that's hard as fuck. Showing, like, that different blocks, like showing Dixon, and then you go into Mississauga, and then go into downtown.
We were accommodating the whole thing. I was telling him that the map was a sick idea, like a GPS.
There we go.
You just gotta have that over there. So
to be honest, my
guy
CK over here is one of the reasons why that documentary even happened. We were just I think we were just chilling in the area. Before that.
Oh yeah, even
we were
before
just
that.
We were just in the area, just brainstorming on some ideas. And he brought up the Real Toronto documentary, and he's just like, yo, you should make one. Like, you have connects. You know all these top guys that are doing their thing in the city.
This is around the time when, no, my bad.
Yeah, and then that just, like, that moment, it just sparked something in my head where I was like, I felt compelled to really just go all in with it. You know what I mean? I knew it would be a challenge to get all these artists and have them all make time for me because these are all superstars, up-and-coming guys. So to really get everyone and to get a schedule for all those guys, get all the editing done, all the shots done, getting there to the locations where we had to go, it was definitely a challenge, but I'm happy they were able to complete it. But yeah, shout out to my guy CK because he's the original man that told me, said, yo, make a Real Toronto, make your own version of it, make your own re-edition. Yeah, exactly.
I love that series, bro. I watched it. I watched it when it came out, but I was rewatching it like last week. I'm like, this is still so good.
Even when we were in the process of chopping it up, my homie over here was just like, man, this is definitely gonna be a blueprint for a lot of people to come see it. Because
I think so.
I'll be real with you, man. I'm not trying to, float my own boat. But before this shit, I didn't see no one putting no documentary. There was no other documentary besides that documentary that's been re-uploaded like 10 times, on different pages and
which
shit.
is like 15 years old at this point.
And this time, man, it was a crazy time to just be working with this guy, even just come and collaborate on a lot of those video shoots, man. Those are definitely some gems,
Absolute gems. Like, gems is the right word to use.
So
bro.
at that time too, it was a perfect time to capitalize on what was going on, the whole situation. Because this guy was filming like all those videos from probably like 2015, 2016. That was a crazy streak. Those are all happening like days after each other. I just remember just pulling up. He's like, "Yo, listen, we gotta go get that shit done. Go chop it up."
Hell yeah. So you guys were going into some interesting parts of the city too.
It's interesting.
How was that, bro? You guys are. That's another thing. I fuck with you guys. Like we're pulling up in ends, bro. Like you're going to see these rappers in their own hoods. Like they're not coming to your
It goes back to
spot.
what I was telling you before, man. Like there was a solidified relationship even doing that business process. Like we would go back there and just chop it up, nothing to do with shooting a music video. Yeah, straight up. So, I mean, we were privileged to actually just go back there, for them just to tell us what was going on, see what's happening around in their hood, right?
Absolutely, bro.
I feel like creating the Retour series and just going to these different neighborhoods, it was a combination of respect on my name and trust, me trusting the artist, me having a previous relationship with them, and them knowing that what I do and that I'm only here for video production, I'm here for business, I'm not here for anything else.
Yeah, no politics.
The combination of that is just really what allowed everything to happen. You know, shout out all of the acts that were on the Retours 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Shout out to all you guys, yeah.
Shout out to all of them that that gave me the blessings to come in
Exactly.
and chop it up with them.
Bro, I feel like you touched damn near every hood in the city.
I mean, we try to. I mean, people,
Fuck.
you know, people say that maybe we should touch here and there, but it's a lot.
For the
a
most
lot.
part,
But
bro.
I'm pretty sure we did a good job of touching where we thought
Bro,
we
that's
needed
a
attention
classic.
to.
Yeah,
Anyone
for
who's
sure.
watching this that hasn't seen the Retour, like the whole series, definitely check that out, bro. That's just good entertainment as well, you know? It's like a documentary, legit. Was it supposed to be a series, or did it just kind of blow up and you're like, we got to keep doing this?
It's just a question for you, man. Because he took it somewhere else. Like he
Yeah.
took it far.
Made that
Yeah, no way.
Godfather trilogy
Exactly.
out of it.
Took
Yeah.
that bitch out the park.
I think it was.
Took it for a walk.
I think it would be the reaction that I got to the first Retour, and just the feedback that compelled me to make a second one. One, because I was watching the first one, saying, "Okay, I could do this again, but I
Right.
could do it with better quality, and better cameras, and better audio recording systems, and better questions, and better editing." And another thing was I just seen not to toot my own horn, but I just seen how popular it was. Like, I would have friends telling me that people at their workplaces were talking about this documentary, and I'm like, damn, I didn't even know it would be like a conversation in the lunchroom like that. So, like, really just seeing how popular it became, it compelled me to make to continue with it again.
Bro, I'm glad you did, man.
Yeah, and there's still a lot of artists that I wanted to interview that I couldn't get on the first one, which also made me want to, you know, do a part 2
Yeah.
and 3 and 4.
Definitely, there's a lot more places we want to go, but you can't fit that all into to one video. So it was great that he was able to go running it back with a few more
Absolutely.
cuts. Yeah.
Absolutely. I was watching too, like, not to get too deep into it, but did you have to go to Vancouver too? I saw Roni was out there.
Yeah, went out
there.
there.
We go. I
Went
love
out there,
that.
checked him.
OT trips.
Checked him. Yeah, cool dude, super cool dude.
Shout out Roni.
Super cool dude.
That was, I think, a great look for the city too, because it showed these rappers are personable for the most part too. Like, they all have their own kind of personalities, all kind of just trying to come up on the same type of shit. So I thought that was a great look for the city, bro. Anyone who's not from the city, I would recommend, like, if you want to learn about it, watch that shit.
Definitely.
Yeah,
That was hard as fuck.
and like you said, I'm glad I did it because I was able to give a voice to artists that you only
Absolutely.
really hear through the music. You
Yep.
never really get to hear their side of the story or hear what they want to say.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I was happy that I was able to do that, provide a voice for these artists as well.
I thought you did a great job on that, bro. And from the aesthetics of it too, like showing the CN Tower with kind of like the grainy style. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that shit, bro. That's like some old school vibe.
Yeah, that retro
Appreciate
feel.
that,
I
homie.
love that, bro.
Appreciate that.
I'm a film guy. Like, I fucking watch a lot of movies and shit. So I'm watching. I'm like, I
Pay attention to
appreciate
detail.
that. I pay attention to detail. Even something else about, like, bro, your intro is crazy. Like, that to me is the M-Works intro that you put in most of your videos. That's next level, bro. Like, if you
Crazy
see that,
drop.
you wouldn't
crazy
think that's you wouldn't think that's gonna be for like a rap video. You know, you'd think that's for like a legit film or some shit. Like, I love that fucking intro you have, bro.
Do you mean the flat 2D one, or do you mean the one where it's like the gears flying through the city kind of?
With the trees.
Okay. Jeez, I appreciate that one.
I love that,
You
bro.
gotta look back at the original, the retro.
Yeah.
The real retro. That's some crazy shit.
And that animation, that's not a preset either. That's everything is done from scratch. I'm talking
Crazy.
starting
Yeah.
out from nothing on the screen
Down to the pixel.
creating down to the windows on the buildings, down to the picket fences lined up symmetrically.
Straight detail.
Everything
Very
was
tedious
from
detail,
scratch.
man.
It looks like
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like,
Meticulous
when I'm
work,
watching
bro.
This, I know, like, bro, I just fucking fuck around with editing, and I'm like, this is hard as fuck to see something like that.
My brother over here be in the lab a lot, man.
Hell yeah, that's
Shit,
hours.
surprised you
bro.
don't got a hunchback from being in the lab that much.
Yeah, and even crazy, like, that animation did take me a long time. And funny enough, some of the animations that I've worked on the longest, like, I've had videos where I've literally spent like 2 months on a 3-minute music video, all animations. The videos that took me the longest time to create were the ones that never got released.
That's so funny.
I got 2 videos that literally took me like 2 months each, like every day working on the same
Yeah.
video that didn't even come up. So, But that's just the way the dice rolls, you know.
Exactly, but you were still sharpening your craft, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I never look at it as a loss at all. I'm
Never.
only looking at it as an opportunity for me to sharpen my craft, like you said.
100%.
I gotta give my brother over here some props, man. I'd like to say this guy was probably one of the original guys that came with that specific type of animation detail,
I
like
think so.
all those squiggly lines you see in the original Hyper videos. I definitely like to say like that was his shit. You know what I mean?
The swiggly
And
lines.
I see a lot of people get
the
inspired from
paints,
that.
like the paint effect, kind
The
of.
paint effect,
I
even like
love
the
that.
drawn mask, all that shit. I didn't see no videos with that.
No.
I mean, it might have been maybe with some other director, but I didn't see no one doing that out here.
I agree with you.
Just to even just cover all bases, you know, like this guy definitely made that shit.
I 100% agree. Do you fuck? You know the director, the American guy Lone Wolf. Ever seen his videos?
That's one of my favorite directors.
Yo, to me, like that's like you're the Toronto Lone Wolf, bro. Like you
Yeah.
obviously have your own styles.
That style was very M-Works-esque.
M works, bro.
Yeah.
You know
I'm telling
Lone
you.
Wolf?
Nah, I never heard of Lone
He's
Wolf.
hard.
His
Yeah, he be
videos
putting
are
me on
sick.
shit all the time, man.
He's
Yeah.
hard, bro.
That M works Lone Wolf collab would be fucking wild.
Oh, yo.
Put that in
Hey,
the
if you guys are
universe.
rating this guy, I'm all for it, man. Definitely make that happen.
He you know what's cool?
Shit, hopefully you
about-
watches this.
Exactly, bro. Like the shit he does with his people that he works with reminds me of the shit you did with the rappers. Like, you got your community and you fucking keep growing. Like, he has a lot of people he works with a lot. So, I want Toronto to be not just Toronto. Like, I want it to be worldwide. You know,
Yeah.
I fuck with that. And you know, if we can get more talented people together,
One-
the city will blow.
One thing I
up.
like to say is like on the precipice of feminists and like him editing and stuff. Like we had kind of some conflict about keeping certain elements within the Retour. You know what I mean? And
Right.
keeping some out because you know like the real Toronto. There were certain things about that were really cool that brought a lot of people to it. But then there were certain things that you know kind of fucked up a lot of shit. So we try to keep away from you know the negative aspects of including that into the Retour. So you know I kind of made it its own because originally we were gonna go with labeling it the real Toronto 2. But then he's like, no, man, we got to make this our own. We got to come with, you know, call it the Retour. Come with something a little bit different because now we're kind of, you know, we want to deviate away from that certain thing, you know.
Absolutely, bro. I think
So-
that's a genius move because the
Props to you for that, yeah.
Bro, both of you guys, bro. Because that's why I said I would tell someone that's not from the city that wants to learn, watch the Retour because it's not all about the rah-rah shit. Like, it's not about, like, the polys, man.
Yeah,
It's
certain
about-
elements had to get filtered out
You
because
feel
there was a
me?
lot of that rah shit, man. But you know,
But, you know, I don't think it's needed at
Nah,
the end of the
definitely
day,
not.
you know? So, nah, shout out to you guys for that, bro. I love that series, man.
Yeah,
shit.
like even
Fan.
the cut that the audience and you were able to watch is completely different
I could
from
imagine,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
from some of the footage that we
I
had to
could
cut
imagine.
out.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
of cloth missing, man. There's
Yeah,
a whole roll of
Imagine,
it.
bro.
A lot, yeah, like a whole. It's like the Snyder's cut. You know how the Snyder's cut came out for Justice League?
Right.
And it was like
right.
It was like,
2 hours longer. or
2
some
hours
shit.
longer. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Like there's the Retour, the M-Works cut.
You got that in the
That's-
stash,
yeah.
though.
Who knows?
I
Might
know.
do a
Yeah, the
deluxe
people can
anniversary edition. That shit might come out. Who knows, man? Might
never
never come
know,
out,
bro.
Never know.
That
That could be one of those box sets, you know, after like 10 years,
So-
we'll put that out.
There was some great footage in there, man. That you know that was dope, but you know I had to get cut out for certain reasons. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I feel you.
You know,
I still think what's out there right now is fire, so I could only imagine what's in the stash.
Yeah.
But you guys felt good pulling up to those spots, eh? Like, not any like
Nah,
serious
man.
shit going
Nope.
on.
God's always
That's
riding
real,
with us in
too.
the seat, man. Everything was good. Honestly, like
That's
I said,
real, too.
there wasn't only like a relationship with just business.
Right.
You know, just
You-
touch back to like there was actually like some friendship, like some cool friendships actually just came even that or even held to this day. You know what I mean? Still go chop it up, not even on some music shit.
For sure.
For real, just
No,
go up there
could
and you
tell.
know.
Like I said before, you could tell because they obviously fucked.
A lot of
with
these
you.
dudes
They
became
trusted
real
you.
life friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You'd probably already worked with those guys enough times anyway, right?
Some for the Retour series, there's some artists that I met the same day that we pulled up to the scene,
Right.
and then some artists that I had worked with in the past. So it was a combination of both. But for the artists that I met the first day on shooting the interviews, like everyone was humble. Everyone was
Real
super cool,
humble.
super cool to work with.
Bro,
You know, if I could redo it all over again, I wouldn't change anything.
Nah,
fuck
damn
no.
thing.
They probably knew they were part of something special too, you know?
Yeah, shout out all of them for trusting the vision. You know,
Absolutely. Trust in the vision, man. That's the key.
yeah.
Trust the vision. So, yo, going through your history too, like, you got some videos on there that's, bro, damn near 10 million plays, like 5 million plays. You got,
Yeah.
bro, you got some of the biggest videos in the city's history, bro.
It's crazy, man.
Crazy. How does
Crazy.
that feel? Like, such a cliche question.
How that shit
does
really
that
feel, man?
But,
How that shit feel, bro?
bro, and it's on your channel too. It's on your channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I mean, it's definitely a good feeling to see my work reciprocated to the masses. I'm happy that all the long hours that I put into each edit, because I don't care how big of an artist you are. I don't care if you're the top of the world or if you're just starting up. I'm going to put the same amount of energy and effort into every video. So, and when you drop a video, there's no real means to tell how big it's going to be. So I'm not editing videos like, okay, this is going to be the one. Let me spend extra hours on it. I just really I put a lot of trust and faith into my name, so I make sure that every project that I touch, I put the most effort into it.
You know what that's called, bro? Being a professional. That's real shit.
I like that.
Never mailing it in. That's like the Kobe Bryant mentality, bro. If playing every game, playing to win every fucking game.
Nothing's really ever done. Even when it's handed, it's just not done quite yet.
Facts, yeah. But it definitely feels good to have a lot of classic videos under my belt. Funny thing enough, sometimes I think about all the big videos that I've done.
Yep.
What a lot of people don't know is there's a lot of huge videos that are out there that I didn't shoot that I was supposed to shoot. Like a lot of these classic videos with same thing, like 5-10 million views that I was supposed to shoot, but I just wasn't available at the time. So, even though I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to do those videos, there's a lot that I missed out on as well.
Yep.
So it's funny because I'll look at these videos and be like, wow, I was really supposed to shoot that. That was supposed to be my name up there. But I'm still grateful for all the work and my resume and my portfolio that I have till this day. And like I said, if I could go back, I wouldn't change anything.
Never, bro. That's a great lesson to teach someone who's trying to get into the game, too. Like, hey, keep it moving. Not everything's going to work out how you want it, but keep going. You're going to be good.
You mind if I shoot him a question?
Please do, bro.
Top 5 videos. What's your top 5 favorite videos that you filmed? I'm curious. I don't think I've ever asked you that.
Hit me with that question. Top 5 videos?
Top 5 videos that you filmed. I was going to ask you just the one. That'd be kind of selfish. That's which one's your favorite.
Bro. Top 5 videos.
I'm sure all of them are your favorite.
I got a couple, too, of yours.
Top 5 for you, man. I want to hear your top 5 after 2.
Hell yeah.
Top 5 that I've filmed or top 5 videos completed?
Your shit. Like,
that you were involved.
Like, you're involved in, like, does it have to, whatever you feel that was your top 5, like your favorite to you.
Bro, I feel like I'll give you a top 5 and then I'll leave out this interview and be like,
we got to do another one.
We got to know. So answer.
All right, top 5 at the dome, man. I'll just have the dome.
Or
I can't get
like
you a top 5.
A couple. Some that, or even experiences, like favorite experiences.
Just something that's close to you, bro. Just a video that you often will probably look back and be like, yo, that's the video you think about. Like,
yeah.
To be honest, if I were to think about the videos based on experiences, it would be the ones where I've traveled. Because I've been fortunate enough to travel to a lot of places and work at the same time. So there's a video that's actually unreleased, so I can't even say it's my top 5 one that's out. But videos where I've been able to go to Florida.
There we go.
Yeah, I was in Florida with the local boys. Shout out to them, cool dudes. That was a great experience.
Sick.
I was in Jamaica with my homie Frazier. That was another amazing experience.
yeah, crazy.
I was in New Mexico with K-Slick. That was a incredible, phenomenal experience. Colombia, but those videos aren't released yet, so I can't really say top 5 that's out right now. And the States, I've been to a bunch of places in the States working. Texas, Ohio, New York, like I said earlier, Florida.
Yep.
So my favorite videos based on experiences would definitely be the ones where I've traveled to.
That's hard. I rate
For
that.
sure.
It's funny because the guy that my boy Royce Visuals was a dope filmer in the city. I had him on here last week. He was saying that same shit. Like, bro, traveling, working outside of the country is what I want to do.
Facts.
So it's pretty funny you said the same.
Facts, yeah. But at the same time, shooting videos in the city, like where it all started at, I've definitely had a lot of great experiences too. There's always cool stories, and I'm fortunate enough that I've never had any bullshit happen at any of my shoots for all the 8 years that I've been working.
Sure. Going to shoots, good energy, man.
Clean
Great
slate.
energy, bro.
Yeah, the energy's
That's what it
always
is.
been great.
Good
can
energy.
feel
Crazy.
It's always cool to meet creatives that are on the set as well, and networking. So that's one of my favorite parts about pulling up to a shoot, seeing who I can network with.
Absolutely.
Because no matter how big I get, I can never put a cap on who I can network with. You know what I mean? I'll always be down to network someone, even if it's your first day starting out shooting. I'm still down to network and build with people in the future. I don't care about status or any of that. Because when I was coming up, there's artists that gave me a chance even before I had a big name and a big portfolio.
Absolutely,
so
bro.
it's only right that I reciprocate that energy when it comes down to other creatives in the city.
And that's why you'll be around forever, bro. You guys are doing shit the right way. People fuck with you. When you posted the trailer for your short film, I saw bare people reposting that, you know. You don't have to be a fucking rocket scientist to see the energy's good.
Dude, it's just crazy to see how that was manifested. Literally, last summer, the man came with the pad in his head. He said, yo, I got something I want to do. I said, all right, you let me know when you're ready to work.
There we go.
But he came hit me quick with that jab. Said, yo, I'm ready to work. So,
yeah, my guy CK was ready. I told him, I'm like, yo, I remember I'm like, yo, we're filming next week. He's like, oh shit, all right, let's get it.
let's get it, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a great film for the city. I'm looking forward to the premiere, the theater premiere.
I'm pulling up to that for
I want to see that
For
bitch
sure,
go
bro.
on TIFF, man.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, bro.
For sure,
I told
bro.
Kels you got to put that on TIFF, man.
Yeah.
TIFF vibe written all over that.
Hey, reach
bro.
for the stars. It doesn't stop at TIFF.
Nah,
It does
exactly
stop
not.
at TIFF.
Nah, bro, that's fire, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's inspiring for someone like myself. Like I started this shit dolo, you know, seeing some people from the same city fucking doing what you're doing, bro. I fuck with you guys. Like that's real.
Brethren, I
shit.
can't wait to see
Yeah.
where you're going to be in a year. You're going to be
That's what I'm
sitting
saying,
somewhere
bro.
else.
And same to you guys too.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna be doing
How it
crazy
goes,
shit.
right?
Yeah, it's dope that we're from the same city too. You know what I mean? Saga City, stand
Facts.
up. A lot of times when people meet me, they think I'm from. Majority of the times they think I'm from Toronto.
For sure. 'Cause
You know?
they see all the people that you work with. They're
Yeah.
out there. That's a question I wanted to ask both of you. Actually, like being from Mississauga, tell me if I'm wrong. We have that bit of like a outsider complex, you know, like
With like a stigma behind it.
a little bit. Like we're fucking 20 minutes from
Yeah.
downtown, but we're a completely different city. But I feel like we got our own swag. Is
Definitely
that-
do, man. It's definitely its own thing, but it definitely needs to be tapped into more, you know?
Facts.
Like, there's a lot of people, shout out to a lot of people also that have come out of somewhere from Saga
Hell
and
yeah,
put it on the
man.
map. We got a lot of talented people from out here, too.
Hell yeah,
You know?
that's a fact.
Definitely.
Shout them out, bro. I know you got some off the top of your head.
Damn, definitely Party Next Door for sure. Definitely someone that he
Party.
put me on, too. I think this was around, like, 2011, 2012. We talked
Yeah,
about, like,
he's been out here.
yeah. So
Ram Riddles too. Shout out Ram Riddles.
Yeah,
doing his
shout out to him
thing.
too.
I think Anders is from Saga as well.
True.
Just a bunch of dopes. What's the next homie? Yay Ali.
I'm not too sure. But even in the
This is
Retour, you showed love to John River.
Oh, yeah. John
he's
from our hood.
area.
Yeah.
There you go.
From our neighborhood.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, we got Syph, too.
Yes,
Syph's up the
Syph.
street from
Like,
us.
just up the street.
Exactly. Shout out to those guys.
So like
Absolutely, man.
even growing up, like way before I even knew how to use a camera, like we were listening to rappers that were in our city, in our area, and Syph was one of the bigger guys that was coming up at the time, and where he was from was literally like right down the street from us.
Yeah.
You know, so it was even crazier. Like, yo, this guy's he's like 5 minutes from our area, and he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? So
That's important for like a young mind to see that. Like, yo, you don't need to
doubt.
be in Hollywood to be successful.
Nah.
Like people that we literally know doing their thing. You know.
Yeah, our neighborhood got a lot of crazy talent, man. I wish a lot of them put out their music. If you hear me right now, put out your music, man.
Hell yeah, we want to
You
miss
know who
it.
you are.
Yeah, you know exactly who you are. I ain't gonna drop no names.
Bro.
You guys got a lot of music in the vault. Like, drop that shit. You got the talented.
We need a Mississauga fucking doc or something, bro. Like just on that would be lit.
I mean, yeah, we try to touch upon it in the Retour. We definitely
Hell
got a
yeah, you
segment
did a
over
great
there.
job of
You know, in our hood.
Yep.
yeah.
I fucked with when you guys were walking through the plaza there at like 2 a.m. and
Yeah,
people were
yeah.
arguing and shit.
That's a usual thing.
That was
That's a
super
usual-
That's a
relatable,
local watering
bro.
hole.
Yeah, hell yeah,
It's
man.
another night.
The other night, man.
Hell yeah.
Night. So yeah, I mean it's amazing to when I think like even the like how you're saying the stigma of being from whatever area you're from. You know, Mississauga is very close to downtown, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
The
Very
way I carry myself, I don't act like a Toronto man, and I don't act like
Nah.
a Saga man. I don't act like a Canadian man. I
You're
just act like
yourself.
myself.
Huh.
Exactly.
That's the way to do it.
Exactly myself. So I feel like that's why it's easier for me to just go to different places
Exactly.
and not really feel like I'm not fitting in. I'm just being myself.
You're yourself. You got no ties. You know, you got no politics.
Huh, that's a beautiful thing about it. I like
Beautiful.
my freedom, man.
Freedom,
To go where
bro.
the fuck I
Freedom's
want.
everything,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Freedom is everything, and that's cool too. With the artists you work with, you work with who you want to work with.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Not subjected just to working with one person. You know what I
Fuck
mean?
that.
Versatility is crazy. I definitely say his portfolio, like what we worked on, is pretty diverse.
It's very diverse, bro. It's crazy to see. And kind of going back into that, how'd you kind of start linking up with some of these guys? Like, let's just, Casper was someone you were working with all the time. You worked with Top 5. You worked with all these guys. Like, how'd you kind of get that ball rolling?
Everyone is a different story. But what I can say is that 2016 would have been a very
Crazy run, man.
Bro,
it's not even over yet.
On a piece of paper there, I wrote like 2016 specifically.
That was a very integral year for me in terms of networking and getting to where I am now. It was really a time where I would just like open my Instagram every day or whatever, and it's just like a new huge rapper. You know what I mean? Not to say names. I'm not gonna bring up names. Like I would just be on my phone like, oh, this guy wants a video now. Oh, the next day, oh, this guy wants a video now. And I'm work, so I'm working. I'm down. I'm like, yo, what's good? Let's get it. And every artist was different, Casper, shout out Casper. He hit me up at late 2014 or was it 2015? Did a bunch of work. We were able to really click.
You hosted his mixtape, no?
I won't say hosted it, but I did premiere it on a digital. I did use my YouTube page to.
This is on MWorks Radio, right?
Not MWorks Radio, but I have another YouTube page called MWorks Alive.
Oh yeah,
that's
I like
to put a lot of
Alive.
audio tracks. So the main page is more visuals, and then that page is like for audios and mixtapes and singles.
Yeah, he had some dope premieres on there.
Yeah. So, and he gave me the blessing to do that too. I told him, I'm like, yo, let's put this up. So
shout out him.
Yeah, send me all the files, and then we just put that up. That's one of my favorite Casper TNG mixtape series. The Ghost Town.
Yeah, Ghost Town was a sick
classics
one.
on there.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite series for sure. And then every artist was different. I mean, like you were saying about how I have like these videos with like 5-10 millions and millions of views. I mean, me and Robin, we did like 15 million views on 2 videos.
Yep.
So from the first video that we shot, we just kept linking and kept working. And at the time when I was like one of my biggest videos, Was Gang, at the time I was living not too far. So even after that shoot, I didn't have a car at the time, so I just walked home. I wasn't too far from where we shot that video.
Right.
So that made it easier for me to link up.
That is facts.
to do the work with those guys. No, facts. I walked home from that video shoot. It was not that far at all. Because I was up by Fincha at those times.
Yeah.
And every artist is different. But majority of people have hit me up through Insta, emails, or just going to a shoot and seeing some of the artists there.
Right.
Yeah. So
I mentioned before, this was just like a curious question I had for you. I mentioned before, like they're all on your channel, these videos. Is that something that you kind of discussed beforehand? Like, I want to post it, or is it just from the get-go, they know that what's good?
Definitely a combination of both. The videos, I would never drop a video without the permission from the artist.
For sure.
And at the time, this is when the MWorks page was really one of the front pages for the city to go to for new music and new content. So it's a win-win situation for the artists that they put the video on my page.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So that's probably one of the reasons why a lot of those videos that you've seen ended up on my page. Is just because it was the optimal situation at the time.
Dope.
Yeah.
No, that's real shit. And with being from behind the camera for so long, is it something that you want to get in front of the camera a little bit more in the future, or are you still good with like directing, doing your thing behind the scenes?
I definitely still have a strong passion for filming, but now more so I want to direct and not touch the camera at all, rather than be the cameraman and the editor and the props master and the set design and this position and that position. I'd rather have a whole team for every shoot so I could focus solely on whatever it is my role is to do. And going forward, I would definitely like to just, like I said, I'd like to be a director. I don't want to touch the camera at all. I just want to direct the scenes and really just put put my vision out there and just show the team exactly how I would like to see things. I'm happy I got to do this short film because I got to be the director. I didn't have to touch the camera at all. I had a very extremely talented team, the 97 Collective that did the short film. Super talented guys. So I was able to really step back from the camera and oversee everything rather than what I'm used to, shooting music videos and looking through the lens but not really getting the full picture. So that was good for the short film. I was able to really oversee everything, which is what I'm really and that's probably why I'm so happy with how it turned out.
That's how you could build a monster of a team too. Everyone else gets stronger in their craft.
Exactly.
CK, how about yourself, bro? What do you kind of see the vision as for being part of the team and from your own kind of personal?
I want to do everything and anything. I don't want to just limit myself. I don't want to just put myself in a box.
That.
Like anywhere we're trying to go, I'm trying to go too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? There's a direction that I want to go. I'm gonna go grab it. I'm gonna try to go there. You know what I mean? I want to do something different all the time. I don't want to just be in one lane.
Yeah.
I want the whole highway.
Why limit yourself?
CK is like the jack of all trades. Like even when we were shooting Mind of the Mask, he was.
Appreciate that.
There were times he was doing the sound recording. There were times he was doing grip. There was times when he was he even has a little acting role in it.
There we go.
Locations manager. He had a bunch of different roles. Even in terms of like the conceptualizing the ideas for the film, he played a big part in that. So he's not really a man that does one position.
No, that's fire.
Yeah,
I'm super excited to see what's going on in the future, bro.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be crazy. When you guys were growing up, was that kind of like? Do you feel like that shaped you for what you are now? Like, were you who you are now in those days? Does that make sense? Like,
what's those days?
Like high school times. Like, did you guys have kind of the vision and you just didn't know about it yet? Would you say that's like a fair thing to say?
I like to say even from back in the day, we were always talking about shit. Just that now you guys are seeing it now.
Exactly.
I mean, from my experience, like shit, he might tell you something different, but I feel like even from the time
knew.
Cause me and this guy go from back in the day, like we grew up together, so. Even from those times, we were just talking about certain things, but now it's just crazy that we can actually put it out there. Now you guys are starting to see it now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, it's just always been there, but now it's just in the light now.
Just takes that time.
Yeah, in high school, we didn't have the tools or the funds or the opportunities to do what we have now. Whereas now we could go out and get equipment and we could go out and get these spots for films. And we
run wild now.
We can network with people and I can message people and just based off my name, get a response or make something happen. So looking back on high school till now, there's I definitely reminisce a lot. I mean, sometimes I feel like I missed out on just being, not to say being normal, but I feel like I've spent a majority of my early 20s, mid 20s, up at like 8 years, a nice stretch where I've just been in a business mind state, and I didn't really get to do what a normal, not to say a normal, but what other people that were just enjoying their 20s got to do.
Right.
If that makes sense. I really spent a lot of time just focusing on work and focusing on my name and getting my brand out there. So when I look back, I'm like, damn, spent a lot of time, thinking about a particular subject being the work. But at the same time, I've always been a man of balance. So even though I would spend a lot of hours doing work, I still would spend a lot of hours doing what I like to do.
So that's for damn sure.
That's for damn sure. My life was never just only work. I still always got to have fun outside of work.
Bro.
Yeah.
I like that you brought that up. It shows the kids too, like, yo, you still have to live a life.
You still gotta live a life.
Oh yeah, do everything that you can, man. Don't limit yourself. Like I was talking about earlier. Like I talk with this guy all the time, and I say I think we lived a life of like maybe like the equivalent of like 5 20-year-olds. Like we done this shit. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. What's some outside of filming hobbies that you guys fuck with? What's like a great day for you guys?
It's a great day. I'll be honest. A great day is me far from the GTA. Way outside of the city.
I'm an adventurer at heart,
start.
Bro.
Beach life,
all that.
life.
All that. We done all that.
Outside.
That's all part of the agenda during the week, man.
Being outside.
Yeah, I'm definitely fortunate to have people all over Southern Ontario.
So all over
Canada,
connections,
the world that I could go visit to at any time, and that will always welcome me with love. So my ideal day, wake up. Depending on where I am, I'm a type of person that has a great taste palate, so I like to try. I like eating good food.
There we go.
You know, tasty food. And I'm very critical on it too.
Yo.
He knows. If the food's not good, like
Yeah.
I'll let it be known.
Yeah, we got a palate,
So,
man.
We need a M-Works cooking show or some shit. That would be
Fuck,
crazy.
who
I was
knows?
thinking he was
Yeah.
telling me to get on that.
Let's do
Funny
that.
enough,
Little
Yeah.
Action Bronson vibe.
that would be dope. Yeah,
Shit.
Action and
Alchemist, Big
Yo.
Body.
Alchemist and my other guy.
Mayhem Loren.
Mayhem Loren. That's before I was watching the Action Bronson, I was watching the Mayhem Loren. I was crying at that
Hilarious.
show.
So I got a
Hilarious.
food question for you, man.
Yes,
Let me
sir.
ask you a question.
Let's do it, bro.
So what you fucking with right now in terms of food? Like, what's your to-go spot?
Food,
I don't think Saga got much. Unless you could show me something.
There's a spot right around here that we gotta go to one day called McAdam. Shout out fucking McAdam. It's a Serbian restaurant, legit Serbian. but
Okay.
It's called McAdam because the streets McAdam, so people get thrown off. Fire, bro.
But they got shivapi?
You
Sheesh.
already know, see? My guy. And shout out to Shorty watching this. He
Oh,
put me
man.
on. We gotta go there one time, bro. That's a
Sure.
fucking
Shivapi is good. I know everything else is probably gonna be blessed. Yeah.
Fire. That's one of my favorites. Fuck. I love food too, bro. I fuck
Sure.
with everything.
Yeah, we some big
Sushi,
foodies out here.
Fucking,
Facts.
I don't know, but I fuck with everything though.
Yeah, I'll travel far to go get a good plate of food, man.
Yeah, that'd
for real,
be-
we've
Oh,
traveled some
hell
places.
Trap
Hell
facts.
yeah. And always it's the place that's kind of the hole in the wall with the best food. Any country you're in, bro.
Yeah, we say
Any
that all the
city.
time. It's a place where not with the flashiest signs,
Nah.
and not with the
Fuck
biggest
no.
spot.
I like my holes in the
know,
wall, man.
Holes in
I
the
love
wall,
holes
in the
holes in
wall.
the seats.
Family
Holes in the
owned.
seats, holes in the
You
wall,
know,
holes in the
there's
seats.
holes in
Yeah.
the seats. I'm eating there, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's facts.
I got a couple spots to bring you to too.
Let's do
Yeah.
it, bro.
Link up.
Let's
There's
show
a
you some
spot,
spots.
closest square one. I don't know if it's still around. It was a Colombian restaurant. I don't know if you guys ever fucked with that. I'll send you the name after. But there's mad spots we gotta go to. I think we could make a series out of that.
So,
man.
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We could do that.
That would be
That'd
dope,
be
yo.
fun as fuck.
That would be sick.
Yeah, so even moving forward, now that I got this short film coming up, the process of creating that really sparked the interest in creating more films and writing more stuff.
Absolutely, man.
And I've had a lot of friends come up to me like, "Yo, I wanna start acting," and I'm like, "Damn, I didn't even know you act, so this is dope."
Absolutely.
I'm starting to see that a lot of my friends are into this type of stuff, so I could really create roles for them.
That's fire.
Yeah,
See the doors opening.
exactly.
fire.
And I'm happy to have worked with friends on this on the film, not the like some of the actors were actually friends of mine, you know,
Bless.
and then some of them were people that I've met just from elsewhere, from business, or people that I've just found their profile on the internet and said, "Hey, this guy's a dope actor. He or she's a dope actor. Let me get them on board."
That's unreal, bro. I'm so excited to see what you guys come up with, bro.
Yeah, it's
I'm expecting some big things. I know it for sure.
yeah. Mind of the Mask is definitely a roller coaster of a ride, of emotions. There's definitely a lot of hidden lines in between,
For sure.
and yeah, it was a great experience for me from start to finish, writing it, directing it, producing it,
It's huge.
everything, all me, just creating all the graphics and getting everything together. And shout out to my team once again that was able to help me
Shout out to
put
the
this
whole
together.
crew.
The whole crew, a lot of people to shout
Yeah.
out, but you guys know who you are.
Absolutely, bro.
Definitely.
Good team's priceless, man.
Right.
Shout out to the whole squad. Do you view like M-Works now as not just your name, but the whole umbrella?
M-Works will always be my name, I find. And people, I would say M-Works is just solely me. But
Yep.
but I have a team
Yep.
that when they come out to the shoots, they know they're basically M-Works. Like even my guy CK, people be talking to him thinking that he's M-Works. I'm like,
Nah.
yeah,
That's his
me,
entity.
buddy.
You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
That's good, bro. It's good
But-
that you have your own shit too.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
grateful, like I said before, man, that I could be a part of it. Like,
Exactly.
shit. Like, he gave me his platform, was able to help me figure some stuff that I didn't know that I wanted to do.
Facts.
So, shit.
Right now, I'm working with a team called Wavy House. Those are my brothers. Shout out those guys. They've been very supportive of what I've been doing and helped a lot with this film as well. So I work with them. We all work as one, as a collective. So I would more say that's the production group that I work with indefinitely. And then M-Works is more for the videos that a lot of people are used to, the music videos.
Right.
The short film Mind of the Mask, that's an M-Works exclusive. But I still have teams that I could work off and branch with. I've never been one that I only feel I could have to work myself and everything has to be me. I I can still open up and, you know, be a part of other teams as well, while still focusing on my own work.
Yeah,
at the
there's a
same
conglomerate there.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's how you build. That's how you grow. 100%. That's
definitely.
hard, bro. Is the music video something that you want to continue with even as you do other things?
Definitely, yeah. I can't say it would be my main priority, but I'll always have a love for music videos because that's how I came up. I mean, even now when I think about it, like I grew up watching much music.
Hell yeah,
And
bro.
then fast forward and people are sitting down in front of screens watching my work when I'm like, yo, I used to be in that position, sitting down watching videos on videos on videos.
Telling you, bro.
So, you know, just the endless amount of support that I get from the city and the community and people that telling me they've looked up to me and inspired me, directors, creatives, all types of people, things like that really keep me going into pursuing the music video venture. But it's not the end of the road for me. It's not something where this is the only thing I want to do. There's a lot of other things that I'm interested in and a lot of other things that I want to pursue as well. But music videos will always be something that I feel I'll be able to excel in very well.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
That's like the long-term style too. Like I'll do this, do this, do this, do this. Create the whole fucking picture at the end of the day.
Facts, yeah. Music videos it's a very interesting lane to be in because sometimes you'll be working for sometimes three video shoot days, 4 video shoot days. I've done 6. Like I've had video shoots where it took 6 days, and all of this is getting compressed into 3 minutes or 4 minutes sometimes. So it's interesting to see all the hours and everything that's put into this small piece of media that we consume. So yeah, that's definitely something that's interesting when I take in because I'm able to see it from the start to finish.
Right.
Yeah.
That's facts. That's why I love music videos too. Like such a great song can be taken to an even bigger level with a great visual, you know?
Yeah.
Valuable.
So there's a few videos that I told him about that he did. I don't think that they would have quite hit the way they hit unless he came with his visuals.
100%.
And he hit him with that.
That's
so.
huge, bro. Did you have some favorites from the days?
Yo, definitely the Watch Game video was one of my favorites. That's
Classic.
for sure. I'm sure you hit it a lot. The Watch Game was one of your favorites.
Yeah, everyone has their own favorite.
That slang is still used, you know? Like, that's really iconic shit.
Definitely a few of the Casper videos were dope.
Bro, the All Alone video was crazy.
That was
Crazy. That's Mississauga, no?
Yeah, that was we shot I think that was a 2-day shoot. But I know the scene you're talking about. That was Saga.
The
condos,
there.
yeah.
And even like the
That was that was a nice
video
summer day.
is crazy. Like
Respect,
that's
homie.
fucking classics, bro.
Classics,
Running through that shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of artists.
Cash
Cash
Road.
Road.
Song.
Yeah.
MK.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Jeez,
banging.
you know the
That-
videos. You're
Bro,
reminding me of some of them.
not to be on some fucking super fanboy shit, but when I hit you, it was really just to be like, yo, you're a legend for real. I did not think you'd come through, because I'm like, bro, I'm seeing this guy's videos everywhere. Like, this is the music I listen to. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, you really got, like, some classics in the stash. Like,
I appreciate that, bro.
that's facts. I wouldn't say that to anybody, you know? Like, that's real shit.
I appreciate that. And
Fuck.
like I was saying earlier, sometimes like I'll go through my hard drive and I'll look at like some of the unreleased videos, like
You got some crazy ones.
Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, not only are there videos that are out there I didn't shoot that I was supposed to shoot, there's videos in my hard drive,
That
like
you've
completed
done.
videos
Yeah.
that are just not out there, and I'm like, yo, the city got to see this, like,
Crazy, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
never know, though, right?
yeah, you
Sure.
never know. It's almost like how like being an artist, like I'll make that comparison. Like, say you have like a mixtape or an album that's never gonna come out and people will never hear, and only you and your certain select few people can
Yeah.
really
And
consume
you know how
that body
fire
of
it is,
work.
too.
But the mass audience will never get to see it. That's how
Yeah.
it feels like me sometimes or that's how I feel like sometimes when I go through my old hard drives and I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I wish this one came out. But at the same time, everything happens for a reason, you know? Just as many videos I have that didn't come out, there's an equal amount of videos that I was fortunate to have the opportunity to shoot.
Exactly.
You know, so it's,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Humbleness is always going to go far, man.
like I said, I wouldn't change a thing if I could go back and start it all over again, you know?
Fuck that.
Everything happened for a reason, from starting here, working with this guy, to working with this guy, to him,
Yup.
everything all connected.
Absolutely, bro. Very well said.
Yeah, for For sure.
Before we even started, you said you had some stuff you wanted to bring up too. Is there anything else that you wanted to specifically address?
I definitely wanted to come and address The Mind of the Mask, which is a film that I feel like if you're into thriller films, if you're into science fiction films, if you're into Canadian films, this is something that you'll thoroughly enjoy. I'm very proud of the storytelling, and I feel like it'll be a great experience watching it, whether you're watching it on the big screen when it premieres or whether you're watching it at home or whether you're watching it on your phone. It'll be an experience either way.
Bro, I'm gonna support the fuck out of that when that comes out. Like,
Appreciate you,
anyone
bro.
in the city fucks with the scene, we gotta watch that, bro.
I feel like there's a
gonna be
little bit of
classic.
something for everyone in that film. So
Appreciate it.
Definitely looked like it. It gave me kind of like Get Out vibes. You seen that movie? A little bit.
Yep.
yeah, it definitely has some of that.
Yeah, right off the top. No, that's hard as fuck, bro. And CK, you got anything else you want to bring up?
Man, I used to think, the fun part was when you take what you worked on and then you translate it to on the screen. You know, when the music videos are done, whatever project you're working on. But working with MWorks, I realized that I think I have the most fun when we're just filming it. Even sometimes the most fun comes even after when the camera's packed away. Just even the stuff that doesn't even go on film at all.
The journey.
Yeah, just the journey. Even just chopping it up after the shoot. Those are the real stories that never be told, but they're in here. So
absolutely, bro. That's
how it goes.
It's a beautiful blend of business and like personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point that you noted. Like a lot of the shoots, like we have fun at the shoots.
Yeah,
it's not just
fun.
only work.
Yeah.
We have fun.
Can't
We
stress that
laugh.
enough.
We can't stress that enough. We laugh. We crack jokes. We turn up. It's a good time. But the main priority will always be getting the work done. I don't pull up to a party music video shoot trying to just turn up.
No,
I'm trying to
work
get
hard,
all my
play hard,
shots.
bro.
When this guy's in his mode, man, just going
Again,
in. Yeah,
professional.
Yeah.
very professional. Very, very professional.
Yeah, and what I'd like to say is that to like all the directors, everyone coming up in the game, or anyone with a thought of becoming a video producer or whatever it is you want to do, just really don't try not to think that just because you get rejected once by an artist or even twice, 3 or 4 or 5, 6 times, that it's not for you. Persistence is very, very key. There are some huge videos that I've shot where the only reason why I was able to land those videos is because I was messaging their management multiple times.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about not once, not twice, not 3 email follow-ups, not 4. Sometimes it might be the 5th email that got me that video that did numbers for me.
100%.
So think about it. Imagine if I had stopped on the 4th time. Like I'm like, okay, I messaged this guy 4 times. I'm not gonna do anything.
Bro,
But because I messaged him again on the 5th time,
Yes.
it's because it all happened. So persistence is really key.
Yeah.
So to all the directors, just find the creative that you like, study their work. Don't imitate it, but really just find elements in their stuff that you could incorporate into your own work. Ask questions. Don't be afraid of rejection. I can't stress that enough. Never be afraid of rejection, whether it's for work or whether it's just a question you've had trying to learn. You really just have to accept rejection and move on. That's all I could say.
It's a fact.
Yeah, touching on what Ember just was speaking about this morning. I was reading an article about the guy who created the Squid Games. He got rejected a hell of times, man. I think it took him like 10 years to get where he was at. Like, he got rejected. No one wanted to fuck with him, work with him. So now
Look,
ties into what he just said. Now look, he got his big break. He's number 1 in how many countries in the world now, right?
Yep.
So
and that shit was not overnight.
keep it pushing.
Man. Absolutely. You
Please
guys are
keep it
great.
pushing.
You guys are great examples of that, bro. Where you said like there's so much that didn't come to fruition. There's so much that people won't see. Still keep pushing. Look where you are now.
Exactly. And I mean,
great example of that.
I have the highest hopes for my short film, and I don't have a standard that I'm setting it to. Everyone has their own standards, but it will be something that I'll always feel the need to push.
Yes.
Like you said, the story of the Squid Games. 10 years from now, I'll still be pushing The Mind of the Mask, and maybe then it might land its huge deal or it's huge.
Hell yeah.
The work is good, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
The work is good.
Exactly. So never stop. That's all I could say to all the directors coming up. You know, just keep practicing. Practice. Even if you got to just go out and film your friends because you can't get any clients, just practice. Keep working. Work on your portfolio. Build your portfolio and be persistent. But at the same time, remember, there's a very thin line between being overly persistent. So you really have to find that balance of when is too much, when is enough to start. When is enough, when is it too many times that you are inquiring on someone?
And then when you have to keep it moving.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah, like even when you remember what we were talking about before we even put out the first Retour? Remember what we were talking about? We were discussing about our expectations for views. We didn't give a fuck about none of that, right?
We didn't care about the views. We weren't in it for the popularity. We weren't in it to try and get clout and to see.
The expectation was no expectations at all. Like we went in there just saying we want to do this. Like this is something that we wanted to do. We didn't do it for anyone but for
ourselves.
Us. Exactly.
Ourselves and the city and to whoever would wanted to see it.
Exactly. And to honor a few people, you know, that we grew up with that couldn't make it to this point. You know, we had to do that for them also.
Exactly.
So, you know, shout out to Chubbs. Yeah.
It's gotta be. You guys gotta really fuck with it before anybody. Because the people can tell. If you don't care about the product, why would we go fuck with it?
When you do things, I think you gotta just do more so for yourself.
You have to, bro.
Like,
you gotta believe
it's
in
the best way to do it.
100%.
Honestly.
And understanding it's not for everyone, too, is freeing. It's like, yeah, you know what? Some people won't like it, but some people will, and I fuck with it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's all we need.
Exactly. Like,
you know?
being a video director is not much different from being a musical artist. A lot of the times you'll be making your bodies of work for yourself, you know?
Have to.
Yeah.
Comedians say that shit. The joke has to make them laugh. You know? If they don't laugh at the joke, they're not going to tell it.
It is what it is, man. Interpretation is open to the viewer. However you want to perceive it and however you want to take it. That's what your mind's for, right?
It's art, man. That's art.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Where would you like to see the Toronto scene going forward? Whether that be going forward in 2020 or whether that be in a 5-year span?
Music or everything, like in general, film, all that.
Music. Let's talk.
Music, bro. I want these artists to just cool down with the violence and the beef shit, number one. Just since the time you've been making videos, there's guys that are not here anymore. Like, there's guys that are literally not on this earth anymore. People that are locked up with super talent, bro. Like, imagine a full Toronto roster. You could put that up with any city in the States, bro. Atlanta, Chicago, like a full Toronto roster with everyone here.
So there's a lot of artists I want to see work with each other, too.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And the other cities.
Guys work with each other.
Bro, Young Thug and Future and Lil Baby and all these guys work together all the time. Toronto, it should be like that, you know. I think so. And with that, it would lead to other things too, like fashion. I think would grow, films would grow. Mm-hmm. Well, right now, it's too like territory-ish for me, you know. Mm-hmm. That's how I see it.
But at the same time, there's also a lot of artists that have the same mentality as us, where they want to grow together.
100%.
So,
I think it's changing.
Yeah,
I do think it's changing.
I definitely think it's changing
for the better. It's going at its own pace.
You know.
Exactly. You know what's
happen natural.
You know what I noticed too? These guys were super young. Now they're growing up a bit. You know. Now the guys are years have gone by. Now maybe realize, all right. Like you see what Smiley's doing with Drake right now. Smiley, bro, this guy was in the streets heavy. Years have passed. He's a lot smarter now, and he's fucking killing it. Pressa too. These guys are out here now for real, like
definitely
being stars. So I think the direction is on the right path.
Yeah, it's definitely dope to see both of them doing their thing now. I've had the pleasure of working with both of those guys. So, like you said, I've been able to see them at a starting position. So, to see these guys doing their things, it's really motivating for artists in the city coming up under them.
It's good. Toronto is like we have that thing. I feel where like athletes don't want to come here and this and that. I'm like, fuck that, bro. We're a world class city. Like, we should be confident and fucking low-key arrogant. You know, we have everything we need.
We really do.
I feel that way, you know? So, let's flex that. Let's fucking... Let's max this shit out.
Yeah, well, I feel like the city knows what I'm about. I'm about networking. I'm about building, you know? And that's why I have a very solid team around me, because everyone is on the same mindset as me, where everyone is trying to build and grow together. And it's not these doors aren't closed. You know, I'm still open to collaborating with people as long as we have a very similar mindset. As long as you're ready to work, which is the most important thing in my books. You have to want to work. You have to want to work harder than I wanted to work coming up.
Exactly.
Which was
because this shit is hard, bro.
Yeah.
The shit's hard. We gotta work, man.
I always tell this guy too. However far you're willing to take it, I'm gonna go. I'll take it farther than that, just so you could come and try to go farther than that with me.
Right.
Facts.
Right. So I always tell him anytime he wants me to hop on something with him or collaborate or I ask him something, like that's how we usually go, and that's the mindset.
Yeah, and he like CK said, he lives up to that shit too. He told me before the start of the film exactly what he told you on the mic. However, whatever level that you're gonna take this to, I'm gonna go twice as hard. You know, and I respect him for that because he lived up to his word.
Love it, bro. Sure. Are there guys this question for both of you? Are there people that you read about or you watch videos of that like inspire you completely? Like they could be completely unrelated to music, film. Is there people that you look to for advice?
That I know personally, or just people?
Just like anything, right?
Anything. Anything.
Crazy question.
That's a crazy question. For me, like, I'll give you an example. Like, someone that I fuck with heavy is Dame Dash.
Oh, yeah. Get
like,
some gems from Dame.
Someone who's just always, like, he rubs people the wrong way, but he's always, like, pushing being an individual, you know? And that's what I fuck with. So is there anyone like that for you guys that you're like, yeah, all right.
Man, I feel like I get a lot of game from like the CEOs of like certain like labels and stuff, like the guys that are behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like for like say for example like Cashman, like Slim. Yeah. You might see Birdman, you might see other things, but you ain't seeing Slim really.
Perfect example.
You know what I mean? You might see Birdman rubbing in his hands in the videos, but you ain't seeing Slim rubbing shit.
Yeah. You know he's really doing the shit.
He's doing his thing.
He's the one.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, that's kind of like how my team is. Like, you know, the Neptunes, the production group.
Yep.
When you think of Neptunes, a lot of the times you'll think of Pharrell Williams, but he has his producers that are behind the scene. So that's kind of like me. There's me, but then there's also the team that's behind the scene that you don't see on the camera right now.
Yep.
That are play a very important role into these videos and the productions and the films that you see going on. So, like I said, I always gotta shout them out. You know, I may be the face behind this production, but there's a lot of people, a lot of support that I have to get to where I am and to get the things that I need done.
That's real, bro. That's boss shit for real. Shouting out the whole team, giving that credit where it's due.
Exactly.
Love to see that. That's like family shit.
Yeah.
Love it.
I know I was asking you where you'd like to see the music scene.
Yeah.
In a year to 5 years. Me personally, I love where the music scene is going. I love where it's came from. You know, I've been a fan of all the eras, even before the 2000s, the 90s.
Yeah.
Because even like coming up, like my Dukes used to listen to a lot of Toronto music because my pops, at one point he was doing journalism, so he got to interview like a few big acts. He got to interview Spike Lee, got to interview Diddy, got to interview Beyonce. So, you know, when I look back, I fast forward like whatever it was, 20, 30 years now or whatever, and I was like, oh, I'm interviewing these top guys too, kind of the same thing.
Genetics, man.
I want to give a shout out to Chaos, man. I was fucking with your shit from back in the day.
Shout out! I had the Chaos album too.
Yeah. Chaos.
If you're reading that, if you're listening to this, I remember reading. This is a story I still tell my friends to this day. I remember reading a credit in the album, and in the album it was like I was working on this project for 10 years. So I was like, yo, that's crazy, and I still bring that up to people this day. Don't be afraid to take time working on your work. There's no time limit and there's no rush to when you want to release something, because I mean you could do your thing. You could have been doing your thing in 2013, but what about 14? Okay, you're doing your thing then, but what about 15 and 16? Okay, you're doing your thing last year in 2020, but what about now? You know, so always never feel like you have to rush a project just so you have something out for that year, you know?
100%. That's a very, like, modern, like, oh, everything's fast. And that doesn't mean it's the right way.
Facts.
I feel you on that for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
shout out Chaos, though. That's fast.
Man, even, like, you guys remember when the Xbox 360 came out? When was that? What was that? Circa 2005?
Something
6?
like that, yeah.
All right, so I pull up to the joint right there. just to go grab me an Xbox. But I seen Cardinal over there. They had him hosting the whole event, so he actually signed off on some shit for me, man. That's definitely something I'll hold
Live.
close. Yeah.
He came to. I went to Humber College and he performed at the Frost Week and he bodied it, bro.
Oh,
him and
Shout
Sean.
out Cardinal,
Him and
man.
Sean Kingston, but low key he bodied Sean Kingston.
Yeah.
Shout out Sean
So-
Kingston though.
Shit,
Yeah,
I haven't.
but,
I've yet
killed
to
that
meet.
shit.
I've yet to meet Cardinal, but that's
Cool
that's
dude,
definitely
man.
an
Cool
idol.
dude.
An idol
Bro,
for me in the
he
music scene.
really was.
Yo.
He's a real Toronto.
He did a
legend,
lot.
Man.
He did a lot.
Huge.
Like, he did a
And
lot.
he had hits too.
More than a lot, bro.
Yeah.
More than a lot.
I'm just being humble
More
by saying a lot. I don't want
Yeah.
you
No,
know
he's
sound
fire.
like you know.
He was on those Akon tracks too. Like he had radio hits as well.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
This guy's really out here.
Definitely.
Shout out them Jellystone as well. I remember he had some
Jelly
fucking bangers.
Stone. Yeah. Yeah,
Shout out
Jelly Stone's
Jellystone.
hard.
Bro,
Hard.
that's why I really wanted you guys on though. Like Toronto culture. Like you represent Toronto culture. Like Toronto has a culture. All these guys we're naming. Really, really like
Salute,
within the
salute.
city. Cheers, my guy. So
Salute, man.
shout out Toronto, bro. Shout out the whole gang. You guys have anything? We're about like an hour into this shit. You guys anything else you want to talk about? Anything you want to ask me? Anything coming up you want to shout out?
Man, I want to ask you, how'd you start out doing this? What made you want to do this in the first place?
Honestly, bro, it's similar to what you guys were saying about like, let's try rapping, try this and that. Podcasting was something where I'm like, yo, I like the spirit of it. You plug a microphone into the computer, you talk, and I'm like, I needed something to do. I needed something to do with my time, Fucked with it.
So
People,
moving forward, do you know the lane you want to take this podcast in? Do you want it to be interviewing creatives in the music industry, or do you want to be interviewing just anyone who has a story to tell?
I'm more on the anyone who has a story type vibe. Like, I love like just relating to each other. I think like a good conversation is so valuable,
Very valuable.
So
Get a lot of game.
a lot of game, bro. I
lot of game.
watch a lot of interviews too. Like it's, I fuck with that.
So, I really like what all these older rappers are doing now, like Joe Budden, Noriega. How they all
Everyone's
went.
got a podcast now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Lupe.
Yeah, Lupe.
Lupe's got a podcast.
Yeah,
No
with,
way.
Royce 59, I
And
believe.
Lupe?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
No, I fuck with it, bro. And then honestly, similar to what you were saying too, with like not putting in a box. I'm trying to experiment with a lot of shit.
Yeah, don't push it. Don't put
No,
nothing in
I
the box.
got some merch right there. We did some shoots with some people modeling that shit in the summer.
Dope.
I fucked with that.
That's
like I
dope.
see that more. Fuck it, whatever.
Dope.
Let's do whatever, bro. If you guys are ever trying to work, I'm about it. Like
So, always down to collaborate.
networking, collabs.
Always down for
That's
networking.
really what it is, bro. But just my whole shit is as long as, like you said, CK, like it's you fuck with it. Like I need to like what I'm doing. I'm
Yep.
happy. That's it. That's it.
All right. Yeah, I like that, and even from your vibe, I could tell that you're very serious about your craft and that you do have a long-term vision for yourself and for your production.
Bro, it's what's the fun in not doing that? There's so much shit that could come with this. With
Yeah.
any project, why not take it serious and see where you can push it?
True. Very true.
I'm gonna just say something to you and also just to anybody in general. Like whatever you're building, build it, but just don't have a ceiling on it. Build without a
Never.
ceiling.
Never, man.
That's it.
You never know. Everyone like Slim was from nothing really.
Yeah,
he
nothing.
Grew up with nothing. He couldn't have been what he is now with a limit, with a ceiling. Master P, same shit.
Yo,
No limit.
Master P is another one of those.
Yeah.
We can go on with that
All
that
those
conversation.
guys, bro. That's
Log in
what
for
I'm
Master
saying.
P too.
All these types of people are they set the path for
Yeah.
us. It's not rocket science after this. Just keep doing it, keep building.
There's a formula that all
Formula.
you have to do is follow.
Yep.
And for being realistic, it could be a formula that's from centuries.
Exactly. Exactly.
A lot of the lessons.
Nothing's new.
A lot of
Just gotta
lessons
get
can
your
be
chemistry
found.
right, man.
Exactly.
A lot of life lessons can be found in history. So if you read a lot and read a lot of
Very much so.
read a lot of stories, there's a lot of things
Repeats itself.
yeah that
big
that
time.
could relate. Yeah.
And one more thing on that too. I like what you said earlier when you said, I'll never put something out if the artist doesn't give me the blessing. That's a great thing where, bro, snake shit will never get you where you need to be. Just like, I think that's a thing now where it's all about clout. Fuck that. That's very short term. Play the long game. Make sure the relationships are good.
Exactly. Yeah. I like what you said there because there's been situations where I've gotten business because of someone that I've worked with maybe 5 years ago, and I'm thinking, wow,
Exactly.
if I had moved different with that person from 5 years ago, I wouldn't be in this position now to do work with so or so.
Yep.
You know,
Crazy
or
how it
even
all trickles
situations
down.
where
Does.
I'll walk into a room and I'm seeing someone that I met like years ago, and I'm like, oh shoot, good thing I was 100% with this guy when we linked up.
Exactly. You never
You
know,
know?
man.
Yeah.
Never know.
Things might not
Never
pay off
know.
at the exact moment, but be sure they'll pay off.
Exactly, bro.
You know, in the future.
Patience is a virtue,
Exactly.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
Patience is a fucking virtue.
Facts. Yep. Shout out all the Toronto artists doing the thing. Shout out all the directors, all the creatives, everyone pushing this whole, pushing the scene forward, pushing it forward for us. We're all in it together. You know.
Yep.
Keep being experimental.
Always,
Experiment.
man. Try shit out, man.
Try shit.
Yeah.
Try shit.
Don't be scared out here.
No, definitely not.
Absolutely. All right, and to wrap it up, is there anyone you guys are fucking with right now, like music-wise, film-wise, shows?
Actually,
What are you
I
guys
actually want to
fucking
ask this guy actually because he has his ear more to the streets than I
Yeah,
do.
what
Is
you-
there
what are
anyone
you
that you
fucking
really
with right
fucking
now?
with? Like a new cat? Is there anyone that I probably wouldn't know that you could tell me about? Like
That you wouldn't know.
that I wouldn't know. Like at the moment, like someone just knew this coming on the scene that you like, or even you want to work with in the future. Shit.
Shoot, I've worked.
Double question.
I've worked with a lot of guys that I've wanted. That
Yeah,
I wanted that
that's
were on
facts.
my wish list. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
There's a lot of guys. There's not many.
How
not
about
many
outside
guys.
of the city?
Outside of the city? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, there's definitely. I
Like the
definitely
plethora of people you wanna work with.
I want to do some more R&B work
Okay.
and add more of
Change
that
it
to,
up a bit.
to my.
Yeah, I see you on that.
my
Yeah,
category.
definitely.
Yeah.
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 That'll be fire.
I feel like I could definitely get some cinema, and I've done R&B work. I've done a few shoots, but I definitely want to script and write and direct everything on a project where I oversee the whole vision.
Yeah, you got the keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
How about you, CK? What are you fucking with right now? Even older shit. Anything that you bump on the way to work, you know?
I'm just fucking with a lot of shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's always just a bunch of different things. I don't even listen to like one genre of music. I'll even listen to some old shit, man, that your grandma might listen to. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I might even fuck with some
60s
country.
shit.
Yeah, I might even fuck with some country. Might hear something that I would think that'd be dope. You know, might
Hell yeah.
make me want to do something in a complete different genre. So don't limit yourself. Again,
Never, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I called this shit Versatile, man. It's
right
the
here.
whole name. You know?
I'm just a fan of music in general.
Exactly.
Even though
Absolutely.
majority of my
said it the best.
even though majority of my portfolio is hip hop and rap and urban music, I'm still a fan of just music in general.
100%.
Vocals.
Isn't it interesting, too, like, your music taste? When you look at, we were talking about food, you like all different types of food.
Yeah.
You like going to different places. Like, it all fucking adds up to each other. It's pretty wild.
Facts. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So long story short, M-Works cooking show on the way.
On the way, man.
Versatile Vigilante collab, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. My guys, so yo, really fucking appreciate you guys coming on, man. M-Works, CK, fucking Toronto legends. Excited to see what you guys come up with. We'll do some shit in the future for sure. You guys ever want to come on, promote some shit, open door for you?
Man,
Appreciate you
gang
having
shit.
me, bro.
Appreciate you fucking with us.
Yo,
Shit.
my pleasure, bro. That was fire. Everyone, you fucking look out for the new M-Works shit.
Shit, look out for that.
Any date for the short film yet, or not? Not quite.
I asked him that like
No.
maybe like once.
No
I asked
date
him
yet.
once, but I know how he works. There's
No
Never
no
know.
date. Yeah, there's no date. Drops.
It's coming though.
Yep, it's going through a lot of phases right now. It still has to go through the Foley phase, which is sound recordings and effects. It still has to go through the coloring phase. It has to go through the VFX phase. It has to go through the 3D composition phase, which is all different departments that I have to bring the video to.
Right.
So it's kind of like an album. You know,
Hell
the
yeah.
tracks may be done, but you still got to get it
like
mixed,
that Chaos
mastered.
album, bro.
You got to get the samples cleared. So that's the only reason why I don't have a date for I don't have a date for the film yet, because there's a lot of transitions that the film has to go through before I'm able to publish it out the way I
Fair.
want to publish it.
Can't rush the
Yeah,
process, man.
I honestly wish that we were still filming because that shit was an experience.
When'd you
like,
guys film it?
invaluable.
This year?
I say shit when we wrapped that up. When was it? A couple weeks ago?
No, longer than a couple of weeks ago. Like when you say wrap it up, like that last day we did.
Like the last scene before, like obviously the editing is a completely different work. But
That was
like the last actual like when the camera hit. It's probably like what a month and a half ago.
that was like end of August.
Yeah, end of August. All
End
right,
of
yeah, yeah.
August. End of August, I believe. Yeah.
Fuck, bro, I'm excited. Whenever it does come out, whether it's this year, next year, it's gonna be a
Yeah,
banger.
a lot more films on the way. Like even as this film is going through the editing and it's getting shipped around to different departments, I'm still cooking up other ideas and other films in the future, or not even in the future. Right now, I'm cooking up films for the future.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, so it's gonna be
Keep a
dope.
fucking eye out for M-Works, bro.
Yeah,
Not
Not slowing down.
Mind of the Mask on the way. My guy, shout out Versatile Vigilante.
Shout out
There we
Versatile.
go.
Appreciate you having
Gang,
having
gang,
bringing
gang.
us out. You know?
Yes, sir. My
Great
pleasure, boys.
conversation. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And you guys fucking
Yeah.
subscribe to every channel.
Yeah,
CK,
yeah.
you got your own channel, or it's all
Nah,
MWorks?
yeah. I'm still behind the scenes,
Okay,
man.
keep
it
your eye
like
out
that
for
a
the
little
CK
bit.
channel.
You see
Yo,
me. You see
So
me.
subscribe MWorks, subscribe Versatile Vigilante.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
That's
out
what's up.
here.
Peace. Yeah.
Hey,
Sick.
fire.
Yeah, that was a good talk.
Good talks, man.
Good talk.
That was sick, bro. That was
Yeah, one of my